But before that, I'm going to mix up some natural dude self-rehydration drink, which I've shared the recipe to previously on lost. I've shared my natural dude self-rehydration drink recipe before. I'm gonna make a liter for my natural dude self-rehydration drink here. Basically what is coconut milk, and pink salt with water, with 3 ingredients. That's the living wine. Coconut milk, water, and Himalayan pink salt. I have my pancakes in the cooking oven. I'll bake my pancakes. So I didn't eat since yesterday's OMAD fasting meal. I do OMAD fasting. OMAD is an acronym, stands for 1 meal a day, which means I eat 1 time per day, which also means that I fast more than 20 hours per day. And yesterday I had my OMAD meal live on YouTube, which means I didn't eat since that time. So yesterday I had a live stream eating my OMAD meal. I didn't eat since then. And it's 5:20 something, close to 5:25 a.m. and I didn't break my fast yet, but I will within 4 hours. My OMAD meals are tripartite, typically. They consist of a super shake, protein super shake, a grand post-meal dose of supplements, and then the main course of food itself. So, since the OMAD meals are tripartite, that means that the meal prep is also tripartite. So there's making the super shake, loading up the grand post-meal dose of supplements, and then cooking the food. So my OMAD meals are 3 parts. There's the food, main course, there's a protein super shake, and there's a grand post-meal dose of supplements. And 2/3 of the meal prep is already concluded. I have the super shake in the fridge, and I have the food in the oven at a stay warm temperature. And the last part of the meal prep that remains is to load up the grand post-meal dose of supplements. Now, before I break my fast, I'm intending to do some exercising, which I'll do in this stream after loading up the grand post-meal dose of supplements and making my natural self-rehydration drink. I'm also going to add some creatine to my vitamin C water. So here we go. Start with the natural self-rehydration drink. Don't delude yourself into thinking that if you buy something that is not sweetened with sugar, that means it's healthy. Chemical sweeteners, I don't like chemical sweeteners. I give it the choice between the lesser 2 evils if I was gonna have a soft drink. I'd pick the sugar-free one over the one having sugar. This is my daughter's filter pot. This is a mix, 50-50 mix of Himalayan pink salt and mineral salt. 2 types of natural salts. This is my do-it-yourself natural dehydration drink, and I'm making it concentrate strength, which means after I drink a little bit, I will add more water and keep diluting it. That's about a teaspoon salt. Next, coconut milk. Now the basic level 1 natural do-it-yourself dehydration drink is Himalayan pink salt with coconut milk and water. The 3 ingredients: Himalayan pink salt, coconut milk and water. Now this would be a high level where we add creatine and a B complex tablet. Or we add half a B complex tablet. Next up, creatine. Add some vitamin C water too. I'm thoroughly content with these gloves. I bought them on Temu. Tactical gloves. Really good quality, especially considering the price. I've used them for all kinds of stuff. I washed them several times. I used them for martial arts training. I've used them for lifting weights. I washed them at least 10 times. And there's no real signs of like decay. There's no visible damage to them. I'm going to do bicep hammer curls. $10 bicep hammer curls. Start with the right arm. Do 3 sets of 10. 3 sets of 10 kg bicep hammer curls. 10 reps per set. Start with the right arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alternate immediately to the left arm. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second set right arm. 5, I let the weight hang down and shake a little bit to kill the momentum. Relax the arm. 10. One of the secrets to getting a lot of views on your training streams add a magnet to the dumbbell and will help to pull in viewers. And possibly for the thumbnail, I'll hold a ball magnet. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Third set, right arm, bicep hammer curls. See if my wife comes in and says hello. She woke up not long ago. After I'm done exercising, after I've done the last set per arm, so this will be the third one, I'm going to be engaging in some do-it-yourself chiropractic adjustments. Last set on the left arm. Third and last set on the left arm. 10 kilo bicep hammer curls. Last rep. 10. As I set out to do, so so have I done that which I prospered, that which I set out to do, that have I accomplished. That which I purposed in my heart to accomplish, that have I accomplished. You better believe there's gonna be some YouTube shorts uploaded if there is like a burst. 3 YouTube shorts set to music. Christian fitness model. All right. Now to the chiropractic adjustments, stretching. Stretching and chiro are one and the same thing. If you do stretching well enough, you'll get chiropractic adjustments. See, so what is this stretching? And if you do stretching well enough and you need a chiropractic adjustment, you get it. Stretching and chiro are one the same thing. It's not what I do. Good morning, honey. This is my wife. We wonderful. She wrote, I'm drinking coffee now. I'll find something to eat soon. Okay now. Enjoy your meal, babe. I'll do this. I'll show you some of the chiropractic adjustments that I do. It's not what I do. It's similar to how I do the clothesline. Make a ball. Push against the vertebra. And then I'm pushing in and up. And I got a chiro adjustment there. Another one. There's another one I do. Either put my fists down here or the palms. And then I'm pushing forward, not here, while leaning back. And that gave me an adjustment here. I went to CHIRO, paid a chiropractor. I do a better job myself. So it was like $50 for 30 minutes for this. And it was more like a massage than a chiro adjustment. It was disappointing. I've been looking at videos of American chiros that they do all the snap, crackle, pop stuff. And else I was thinking about the chiro, to see what I'm gonna get. It was mostly kind of like gentle stuff, and there's not really any real adjustments. So I do a better job making chiropractic adjustments myself. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Chip chip now. It's not what I do. And it's here. Put my hands here. Put my shoulders in. Push and then open to the exhalation phase. So most adjustments are done during the exhalation phase, meaning you're exhaling while doing the adjustment. So I do here, I'm going to drop my weight, and you might be able to hear the spinal decompression elongation induced chiropractic adjustments in a moment. So there you go. And another one. There's another one that I do. Using a chair, or in this case, the bathtub, where I sit down, put my shoulders together, and I just squeeze my nuts there, so it's a little bit of pain. So I just nut shoulder myself. So it's like you gotta be careful. So it's the point. So go here, and then so knees together, elbows over knees. Yeah. Okay, here's another one, which I do. And pretty much most of the adjustments I can do them with a chair. That's all I need. Just free weight car adjustments, just using my body, or if a chair. Basically, at most I need a chair. So here's another one. See what angle we'll use here. This one. So I go down here, I lean over here, push off, walk it down. Push off. Now, I have a chiropractic device which I have recently acquired by means of online purchasing. I need a I need a belt for this. So this is something that is, of course, there's a jump scare. It triggered the start response, and it is an instinctual start response, and then this muscle. So anyway, here's the point. Well, here it is. Okay, so the neck is one of the hardest things to do car adjustments on. And I got that point where, so this what I did before was a neck adjustment. Now, I found on Wish, Team is the new Wish for me. Orange is the new blue. Well, it might be green actually, Wish. So my first neck collar for neck chiropractic adjustments, I bought that on Wish. And it had like a winch, like a thing you pull on. Like crank, and it pulls on it. Now it broke, okay. So it might be made either for like Chinese teenagers or petite women, or it's just not made for the type of work that I was doing with it. It might be used for like gently having a little bit of pull on it, but I was like using it like really like rest my weight. Now this one I've used, and I bought another one this before, and it broke. And I looked for a new one on Temu, and I found this. And it was marked as like heavy duty or extra strong and stuff like this. And I bought it, and I used it yesterday. So there we go. That's not the belt. We used this belt here. It's another improvisation. Well, this is a better belt. There are a lot of belts that I sold this belt. It's stronger. This is, I bought a 3-pack of these at Clas Ohlson. So these are used for securing cargo during transport. So these are straps that you have to tie down cargo if you have them on a trailer or something like this. It's made to be strong. And I figured, yeah, you can use this for a belt. And it fits inside of belt loops, and it's really strong. So I will use this with this. So there's 3 things I need: the pull-up bar, this, and this. We'll see which side is which. So one side is a little bit lower. So let's go with this one. Here we go. Don't write a comment if you didn't click the like button, you will get blocked. I've already blocked 6 people for irking me. I'm not a people pleaser. I'm not here to be like, oh, I'll let people be irk me, and it's like, oh, long term it helps the algorithm to have comments. No, I block people. So here we go. Don't try this at home. And how this works. Here, and I figured this out myself. It's a way to do curve adjustment. And it works. Yeah, there you go. It works. Okay, check on the food. So the beauty of this is I figured it out myself to do curve adjustments, neck adjustments. And it's getting that thing attached in there. And it's a safer method than some other methods. Why? Well, if you know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, there's a blood choke, a rear naked, where if you squeeze on both sides of the neck within 10 seconds, the person loses consciousness. That's how a rear naked choke works. It's called a blood choke, which means chokes don't work by squeezing the breathing tube so you can't get air. It's by cutting off blood supply to the brain. And very quickly, if the brain becomes oxygen deprived, starved, it turns off and loses consciousness. So there's a choke knockout, you could say. So that's how rear nakeds work. You squeeze both carotid arteries, and within 10 seconds, you go out. Now, with this, it's designed to not squeeze on the neck. See, it's applying force to the cranium and like under the chin. Now, still, the way that I do this, I do the curve adjustment. I have it like this. So in case, for some weird reason, you would end up squeezing my carotid arteries and I'm hanging there and I get wheezy and I pass out. It's not like I pass out and like stay hanging and then die. Like worst case scenario, if I would pass out from using this, which is not even like a real risk. Since my arms are keeping me hanging there, if I pass out and go limp, see, notice how it will just slide off and I guess you wake up on a ground. So worst case scenario, if you would end up in a drug applying a blood shock to yourself as you're doing the adjustment. Since I'm only hanging by keeping my hands here, if I will pass out here, see, it is like it. So obviously you don't tie it, so it's like if you end up like going out, it's like you stay hanging there. No, it will come down and you're good to go. So there you go. Do yourself chiropractic adjustments. After I'm done with this stream, I'm going to do some Christian fitness modeling. Got our car adjustment here. Okay, I did 3 sets of 10 kilo bicep hammer curls, and I might make another one. Now, I've been thinking about training biceps every day or so, near daily. And the last 2 or 3 days have been bicep hammer curls. Now you have to adjust the frequency, intensity, and upregulate protein, and there's certain things you have to. If you train more, you have to eat more, sleep more, rest more. And things like this. I'm going to do 1 more set per arm, at the very least. And then I'm going to do a stretch. If you're a beta coward, don't come in writing disrespectful comments and expect not to get blocked. If you leave any comment, make sure you click the like button before you leave any comment, or you'll get blocked. Any disrespect, anything that sets me off, irks me at the very slightest, gets you blocked. See, I'm a high value person, high status. I have high standards. I don't send for breadcrumbs. But well, somebody left a comment. They did click the like button. No. You don't click the like button, you get blocked. Even if you leave a positive comment, you didn't click the like button, you get blocked. If you leave a negative comment, like button or not clicked, you get blocked. Anything with disrespectful, rude, you get blocked. See, you don't get to talk to me if you're an annoying person. I'm doing people a favor by streaming. So. And the average beta CAC, low testosterone, LTIC man, low testosterone like you having, hater who shows up harass on the internet, it's like, grow a pair of balls. What's the matter? You don't have the courage to even leave comments harassing people. I'm hiding like a scared rat cockroach by anonymity. Okay. And mostly you have to settle for the average. You're not attractive enough. You're not a established bit like the Spartans, okay? Like a ripped alpha giga chad that can enhance them, that can attract a high value woman. You have to settle for the average Western female with a high body count and low attractiveness, like an ugly woman with a high body count. That I would never settle for. Meaning at the average American woman that's had like 3+ sexual partners. And the average Western female has a high body count, in more ways than one. She's murdered at least one baby, okay? Like a lot of women have had an abortion. So they have a body count, they baby murder, see. And these are the same people that are in Christian churches that gang stalk me based on Mike's a bad person. Well, the worst sin is the sin of murder. See, this is another thing. It's like this Christian church, the Blue Bible Church, that persecute me for persecution points, like because Mike's bad. Well, you know what? I've never murdered somebody. That's the most serious sin you can commit to another human. More serious than robbing somebody, beating somebody up, whatever you're doing. Murdering somebody is the worst thing you can do to another human. So people that are in gang stalking churches, women that have committed a sin of murder, aborted a baby. They say, well, we're part of the church that told him because he's bad, like the smear campaign. But it's like, well, you're a murderer, see. It's like not a thief or something like this. Say that people, well, Mike's a thief or something. That's what they told me, that's what they told me, or whatever. But like, well, I've never done something as wicked as murdering an innocent child. See? Okay. And I think it's 1 in 4 women in America that had an abortion, which means statistically, to the Bible check, they have 50 women, 50 men in the church. You're going to have at least 4 women in there that have murdered a baby. Okay. I thought this book was about people who have done evil things to get away with it. Okay. So what it is. That's part of how the justified, targets of people are bad. Okay. Now, it's worse. Murder is bad. Now, if you do it like a 99-year-old woman, who's like in the hospital and she's like assisted suicide, where she asked the nurses, like, put me down, I don't want to live anymore. And it's legal in the state where they live. Even if the guy makes it legal, it's still counts as murder. I think it's in Canada or somewhere where they have, what's it called? Like assisted suicide, where some elderly person dying of cancer in the hospital, like 96, would they want to die, and the hospital will help them to, it's called assisted suicide. And that's bad. Okay, still murder. Now, that's a 97-year-old lady that wants to be murdered. Okay. Now, what's worse? Still bad. Now, if you do the murder to an innocent child, see, a child that's the highest level of innocence, that's who you murdered. An innocent baby, see. They've never cussed, they've never stolen, they've never done this. An innocent baby, see. So the average man, the average woman has to settle. They can't get a guy like me. A ripped alpha can get shot with a six-pack who's handsome and multi-talented and genius. I'm out of the ballpark, understand? I don't have to settle for the average, low attractiveness, high body count female. High masculinity too, which is another problem with Western females. But the average Western woman, Swedish American, is hyper masculine. And since I'm not half gay, I'm not attracted to masculinity, see? When a woman that has masculine energy and she's tough and a go-getter, is a strong woman. That's also a deep state agenda, like feminism, which like promoting like masculine women and things like this. And people are done be like, oh, Mark, you're misogynist. No, when I criticize the masculinization of women, what am I doing? Apparently, this guy thinks there's a value to femininity, that a woman has a value inherently. Her femininity is under attack, see? So it's like people don't understand. It's like, oh, the feminists are anti-female. They're fake feminists. Because they go, if you look at feminism, it's like men and women, it's like women, notice it's like for women to be successful, feminists would be like, you gotta be more like a man, see? It's like they try to talk with a deeper voice. They like racial matters. We have like the news anchor who's like, I'm talking like a man, see? It's like a role, but like acting like a man's personality, females news anchors a lot of times, in a woman's body. And they wear like male clothing, pants, and like a business jacket, not a dress, see, a skirt. It's like, and then they're trying to modulate the body language to a man's body language, to be more assertive. And be like, yes, so today we're going to talk to this person here, who's an expert. Notice how they like, this is how a lot of female news anchors in America talk. It's like from how they modulate the voice, trying to sound more like a man, trying to sound tough and have tough energy and be more bombastic in the body language and more like this, okay, see? And the dress attire is also masculine, see? So apparently the feminists are like, well, being a woman is not good enough. If you want to have success in this world, you have to change, be less womanly, as if there's something wrong with being a woman, see? Where it's like, if you look at the meta communication, I'm like, feminine women being womanly, that's good. And it's a bad thing if women are trying to be more like men. What am I saying? It's like, there's a value in being a woman. And if you're like, well, to make it in this world, it's like there's something wrong being a woman, I had to be more like a man, as if it's insufficient, like it's not good to be a woman. It's like, feminists is like, well, act more like guys, act more like men, get dressed like a man, talk like a man, walk like a man to make it in this world. It's like, apparently it's not good enough to be a woman. It's like there's something wrong being a woman because you had to act more like the opposite sex, see? As if there's something bad with being a woman. It's like, well, I'm a woman, I had to be more like a man, see, to make it in this world and have value, see? So, the average Western female is low. I don't have to settle for that, okay? Female, average Swedish woman, American woman is destroyed. They're destroyed
The average man is a effeminate, weak, ugly, sissy, dumb, Celtic man. The average man is dumb, has low testosterone, low IQ, is the opposite of handsome and in good shape. The average woman has to settle for a man in his 30s with a dad bod with a low IQ. Okay? And the average man has to settle for a woman, average Western female, that's ugly, not attractive, has a high body count in more ways than one. They've killed at least one baby, like an abortion, a lot of women, and they've had 3+ romantic partners, sexual partners. A woman's value goes down with each sexual partner she has, by the way. So, however, people can have standards. I can attract a quality mate because I'm quality. Like seeks like. To attract a high value woman, you have to be a high quality man. Now we're getting into red pill masculinity stuff. So, women are attracted to power. Their power, good looks. Good looks is power. Intelligence is power. Talent is power. Personality is power. So, if you're a man that's extraordinarily high powered in one area, that is sufficient for a practical mate. Which means you can be a guy who's on food stamps, but if you're handsome, like a male underwear model, you can still attract a quality mate. Just by being high level enough in this one area, physical attractiveness, see? Where you can attract like a mid-aged woman who's rich or something like this, if you look good enough, see? Whatever you're interested in. Now, which means if you're poor, have a low IQ, a dull personality, if you're high level in your looks, or you're looking good, you're ripped with a six-pack and handsome, that in of itself, you're high level in just one area, that is enough to be able to acquire a quality mate and have some standards. Like, I want a woman with big boobs, who's like this, and do you understand? Where you can go like that, and you can get what you want, say. You don't have to settle for it's like some other guy's hand-me-downs, okay? Like the devil's rejects. So it's the hills and eyes. So that's the thought. Now, if a man is not handsome, not ripped with a six-pack, but he's rich, notice it's one area, financial level. If you're rich, now you're high level. Remember, all it takes is being high level in one area, like really high level in one area, and you can attract a quality mate. So if you're dumb, ugly, out of shape, but rich, you can attract a high level woman. See, like a high caliber woman. Now, if you're poor, ugly, but you have like a charismatic personality, your high level charisma, force of personality, you're charismatic enough, see, confident, charismatic, or funny, like a comedian. Being high level enough in funniness and personality, everything else being low, if you're really high in this one area, you can attract a quality mate. See? So if you're mediocre in all areas, or sub-mediocre, mediocre in most areas and then sub-mediocre in some, you're gonna have a hard time. The reason why it's hard for a lot of men to get on a date or find a woman on a dating site is because elite men like me, the top 10% physical attractiveness, like alpha giga chest or ripped with a six-pack and handsome. I understand. The reason that, this is like statistics, the reason why a lot of men have a hard time getting a date or hook up with a dating site is because it's men like me. Women go for the best options. Women go for the top 10% of men. See? Physical attractiveness. So, it's like my wife would die and I want to get a new girlfriend. So I can make a profile picture, use a screenshot for this stream. This is the profile picture on my dating site. And that's the type of guys that are on the dating sites. Top 10% physical attractiveness, ripped alpha giga chats with a six-pack. See, this is a profile pic. That's why you don't hear back from women on dating sites. Because there's guys like me there, the top 10% male elite. And women go for the best mates possible because handsomeness and it translates to good offspring. Like reptilian brain, what makes a man attractive? A lot of it boils down to quality genes. Okay. And all the genes manifest good facial symmetry, which is handsomeness, and a high IQ, which you see in me. Those are quality genes. This item going through the whack-a-mole. I kind of enjoy it. It's like a game of whack-a-mole. I ignore the chat most of the time, and I take little breaks because I'm feeling dumb. So taking the chat is like block, 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 block. It's like it's another thing over block. Understand? And then there's a minor dopaminergic surge every time I block a hater, which means it's like it's okay. I get a little dopamine hit every time I block all these people. But like it's like I block them. I'm rid of you. Okay. Oh, I have eased myself from my adversaries. Okay. I'm rid of you. So try harder next time. So yeah. There's winners and losers. And I'm a winner, understand? So there's winners and losers, and most of you are losers. So you should be thankful that already it's like it's hard for people to survive. The only meritocracy, the world's upside down. Where I would have had 300,000 followers on YouTube by now if it hadn't been for the deep state Illuminati corporation YouTube work to make sure this guy doesn't go. And then the target in real life with the gang stalk on top of that. I'm not joking. It's like I have everything. It's like it would be inevitable that I end up being like rich and famous if it hadn't been for the target. See, talent coupled with discipline and ability to work hard. Consistent diligent efforts. See, so people go, oh, Michael got talent, but don't work hard. I got talent, extreme talent, multi-talent, singing, martial arts, this and that. I'm on the level where it's like it's not hard to believe how it's. I could have been like Ryan Garcia level or Roy Jones Jr. If I would have gone into being a pro boxer, I could have been one of the biggest ones. I'm cut out of that. Now the Illuminati control sports. So now here's the point. So we don't live in a meritocracy, a meritocratic system, not a pure one. Okay. So it's like hard work and talent. So I have talent, and I've been diligent in like 6 hours a day live streaming for years. Discipline, see. So I'm obviously a person that is diligent and disciplined. I get up every day, spend 6 hours live streaming. And then it's not just the quality, the quantity, but it's the quality. It was like consistent every day uploading shorts, every day live stream, every day doing things, and it's like a lot of high quality stuff. So the reason that I haven't gotten to 30K plus is because I'm being shadow banned. They've been working to hide me and sabotage my growth. Include but not limited to not sending out notifications when I go live. There's people that subscribe to me, and then YouTube goes and unsubscribes them. They don't let the subscription stick. This happens several times. I'm on Prince community or something like this, a streamer. It's like, hey Mike, where you been? I've been live streaming every day. They go to, oh, I'm not subscribed to you anymore. This is the third time I'm subscribing to your channel, Mike. So it's like actually, maybe it's like 1 out of 100 people that click subscribe, that YouTube lets the subscription stick. And then there's shadow banning, work to hide from people. Now, stop being beta cocks. Those of you that are scared, filthy rat, beta, bitch, boy, cowards. Grow a pair of balls and stop being an effeminate little beta bitch. Do you know what a beta cock bitch move it is? To be like, I'm a little scared coward who's like hating in the chat. Grow a pair of balls. That's just instant disrespect, like pathetic, like laughable. It's like, I'm a man and I lack the courage to be like, have a picture of my face on my YouTube channel. I need to hide and have an anonymous account and be hating on alphas. See? So it's such a beta bitch move to be hating on other people on the internet. Especially like if you're a loser and you hate on a winner. Okay? So anyways, I started blasting. So here's the point. Okay. So here's the point. Yeah. Stop hating on me in the chat. Okay. Get a YouTube channel. Put your ugly face in the video. Name your channel your name. Make videos before you come leave comments in my chat. Okay. So here's the order. Take a picture of your ugly fucking face. Your low T, sissy boy, effeminate look, little soft, little cutesy, prepubescent cranial structure. Okay. Which most men have now. Whereas like the average man just looks soft and effeminate, like boys. Brandon Holt is a good example of the average destroyed man where the anti-masculine agenda has taken on most people. Whereas normalized American men, they look like they never hit puberty. It's like the face, it's like the opposite, like a manly look, manly aura. They have like boyish energy and looks. Brandon Holthouse, Brandon Sissy Bitch Boy Holthouse is on this hella passive time for the prescription for cocaine stalking. And it's a good example. Because like he just looks like effeminate. He looks like a sweet little sissy boy. He looks like he never hit puberty. And it's like a lot of men now, they look in their face, their cranium, and I gotta be measuring it. There's like their face and their cranium, and like their body composition. It looks like my look before I hit puberty, when I start having human growth hormone and testosterone at a high level flowing through your bloodstream. So they had low T since before puberty, during puberty, and post puberty. Which means when their body was forming, like the cranium, they had low human growth hormone, low testosterone. See? So it's not my fault that you're a weak, disgusting, filthy, despicable freak, okay? That is hating on me in the chat while I'm out here winning, understand? With a capital W. Yeah. Put some spec on my name when you bring it up, by the way. Oh, Mike, I'm in the chat. Being a coward. Oh, here come. Oh, what an original comment. Oh, you're in prison. Yes, I'm in prison. Yeah, you got me. Yes, I'm in prison. I was hoping people would figure out. Oh, yes, I'm in prison. And I'm in the type of prison where they let you have knives on your belt. Tumble dry in your cell, at your own shower, and a medicine cabinet filled with whatever you have in there. See, you retarded idiots. So, like, this is one of the most dumb, unoriginal trolls that I get. Oh, you're in prison. Like, no, I'm not in prison. What prison in this world do they let you have dumbbells in your cell that could be used as a weapon, a knife in your pants, and like your own civilian clothing? Okay, so it's like they don't let you have a phone live streaming with a knife, a tumble dryer, and also it's like face value is a dumb thing to assume. See, you guys think this guy's in prison? I guess because there's a deficiency of real alphas, like warrior men, core masculine like me. They look manly, have manly energy, is like a warrior and dangerous and powerful. So it's like, oh well, because he's not a weak sissy bitch boy, it's like, then you're a criminal. No, it's not that the only like tough alpha giga shad dangerous man is a criminal, okay? But that's another thing. We say, oh, you prison for this. No, there's men that are Christian men that are warriors and don't look like a prepubescent little weak sissy boy. See, there's men that are not criminals, but powerful and dangerous. See, so oh, you're in prison. No, but you should be, okay, under it, okay. They should dig like a little tunnel under prison, throw you in there, lock the door, get the key, melt it into a bullet, shoot an eagle with it, get the dead eagle, open the door again and throw the eagle in there. Okay, now it's alive somehow. And then slam the door shut again, okay? And you'll be in there with a dead eagle, locked under the jail, in prison, under the prison. The only thing worse than being in prison is being under it. Understand? where they have like a dungeon cave system, and you'd be running through mazes being chased by Minotaur. See, the mythological Minotaur. Now here's another thing that I've done a decode. You know how the deep state are known to abduct children, do weird rituals, Bohemian Grove? Oh, the dog cares of it. And at Epstein Island, elites and child sacrifices, secret societies. Secret societies control the world from long ago. So I believe that the Greek myths about the Minotaur could have been a cover-up for the Illuminati of the time, secret societies, building mazes with like chasing children in there, or like people that they abducted, like they chase after them. They just had like a Minotaur, like a hollowed out bull's head, and like they run around chasing people in act or something like this. See? So I believe that the myths are like the Minotaur, where if children goes missing something, they go into a cave, and there's like a Minotaur, there's like a mix of human beings and like a bull and like a horse or this. Part of it could be it's like the Illuminati Epstein out of the time, where they have like mazes where they have little kids and then they hunt for spores or for this. And they have like a bull's head on them and be like, yeah, the Minotaur or for this. See? And so I do believe that's been part of the Illuminati for centuries. There's child sacrifices. And that's who they sold out to. That's who these people that target me because I'm a bad person. That's who they serve. They sell out Pastor, I think, Arnold. The Epstein Island child pedos. They murder children as sacrifices to secret societies. That's who they sold out to. Well, like, we're the sellouts. And we're told Marcus is a bad guy. You're a bad guy, buddy. Look at that. See? Okay? See, here's your soul. Here's Satan. Okay? This is what you've been doing to yourself. And you're like pushing against it. So it's like you're not passive letting Satan run a train on you. Like you're a power bottom, understand? It's like, yeah. Or to tell you how I really feel. So here's the point. Okay? Oh, look, two little pieces apart. Satan, your soul, a part piece in there. It's Satan and you sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-G. This is you. See, as the folk would follow. So that's the point. So it's like, see? So basically, grow up. Get a pair of balls. You might need a transplant at this point. Get a pair of balls. Like the actual balls that will produce testosterone. Get it implanted, go to the doctor, ask them for like a transplant there. And possibly you can, now you need a brain transplant too, it's too late. There's no amount of supplements that can happen at this point. So yeah, oh, we're little beta bitches hating on Alpha in the chat. We're little beta cock bitch boys. LTIC, man. Low testosterone IQ having. LTIC. Low testosterone IQ having. That's an acronym. LTIC, man. The average LTIC man. Low testosterone IQ having. With your trifling ass. It sounds urban. Low testosterone IQ having ass. Get your low testosterone IQ having ass. See, having. See. So it's like I didn't intend that, but after I invented the acronym as a diagnosis on the average man, it sounds kind of urban. That's the point. Low testosterone IQ having. See, LTIC. And the parasitical, where it's like, oh, this light here, Mikey says shining Superman, and I'm here hating. Like, it's like, I can't help but watch. It's like, I'm hate watching, but I'm still watching. I'm enthralled. I'm captivated. Okay? I'm mesmerized. You see? Yeah, that's right. Gonna burn in hell. So, yeah, it's not my fault that I'm ripped with a six-pack. I'm out here not being a coward. I'm out here showing my face. Something the average male lives in fear of. I don't have the courage to show myself in a video. I don't have anything that I could like make a video, some talent or some attribute like looks or physique that I could kind of grow with, okay? And even if I did, I'm weak in my I'm afraid of putting myself out there in front of the world. And part of the fear is being criticized. It would be like having people come, woo, 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 woo. Okay. So, yeah, it's like you're gonna burn in hell. And salvation is by faith alone in Christ alone, and sin's work alone. And because you've been told more clear revelation, hell will be worse for you, the lake of fire, because I've told you how to get saved. See, so there's some people, degrees of bad in lake of fire, they never heard the gospel. They still go into the lake of fire because they never believed the gospel. Now there's people that have had the gospel preached unto them, told clearly, here's how to get saved, and they still didn't get saved. The lake of fire is going to be worse for you. Okay? Now even just arriving at a chair that has the gospel, somebody with the gospel, and not getting saved, is still you're in trouble. So, but Mark, you're cussing stuff for this. Yeah, enough with the cussing, motherfucker. It's like you're dumb idiots. It's like, well, think on, the average Christian that doesn't cuss, they do more serious, grievous sins with their mouth. If they could prove their cuss words, 4 letter words as a cuss, the same people who are Mark's cussing, they'll be using their mouth to passive aggressive, to tear down the opposite of graciousness, like to be passive aggressive and attack people with lies, subtle lies, gaslighting lies, which is worse than going fucking false gospel, something like this. See, it's like somebody's bullying me, go fuck you, bully. See, what's worse? Or it's like working secretly to be covert and subtle, or preaching a false gospel. You see, God doesn't have it cursed. If any man lets filthy corrupt communication proceed forth out of his mouth, let it be cursed. But God has that for a false gospel. Like Raphael Garner, he doesn't use 4 letter words, but he preaches a false gospel. And that's a more grievous sin of the mouth than any man of cussing. Because God, you can see the God's seriousness. He talks about, well, yeah, don't let corrupt communication from their mouth. But he has a curse on people giving a false gospel. It's like this, I'm like criticizing it. Don't be like this. This I'm like cursed if you do. See? And the one thing, the cursed is giving another gospel, like Raphael Garner has been doing. Sinner's prayer. So the pastors like, oh, Mike, you cuss, and they think that they're better than me because they don't cuss. No, that's just their narcissistic false self, where they're working to have a false self. It's like, I'm a goody two-shoes Christian, to get people to take me seriously, so I make more money from donations and whatever books they sell or something like this. See? It's a narcissist false self. See? Where it's like, I'm a goody two-shoes, but inwardly they're really bad. It's like, yeah, it's a cover, but I got a facade. I don't cuss and I dress neat, and I'm a pastor. But it's like secretly they participate in murder. They're a deep state sellout. They preach a false gospel, so the guy has a curse on. So,
Are you in prison? No.
but you're in prison. You're in a mental prison. And you have to be dumb to think that I'm in prison, okay? It's just a silly thing. You have to be dumb to think I'm in prison. So because you see a strong alpha giga chad that has like warrior energy and does look like a safe, harmless little sissy, it's like, we're gonna be in prison. See? Because nothing in the background is indicating I'm in prison, see? There's nothing that indicates I'm in prison. So what is it that looks like I'm in prison? I guess it has to be, since nothing in the environment that indicates I'm in prison, it has to be the look that I look dangerous and like a manly man, see? It's like, oh, well, since it's not a soft, sissy, feminine, cutesy, but in hot house, like, looks soft and harmless, like a little sissy bitch. It's just gotta be in prison. So somehow discredit the quality of being a rare, masculine-looking being man. Be like, well, you gotta be a gangster or something. I'm not a gangster, see? And it's not that the only type of badass, dangerous alpha that women are turned on, by the way. Powerful men that are dangerous. It's attractive women. And not this like effeminate, soft little, okay. So, anyway, here's the point. So it's not that the only type of like real man who's like the opposite of harmless and soft and weak, that is only like criminals, okay? This like real masculinity is, so I guess it's so like, are you in prison? Like, there's nothing in the environment that indicates I'm in prison, see? And anything visible is indicating I'm not in prison. Yet you ask if I'm in prison, see? Which either shows that you are irrational, delusional, and so dumb that it's like you see and something that no indications person's in prison, and you think the person might be in prison. Streaming live on YouTube from inside a prison right now. Okay. Or it's just like an unoriginal copy troll where it's like, oh, I saw another guy writing some channel, oh, you're in prison. I'm just trying to push guys' buttons. Okay, no, I'm not in prison, bitch. Okay. Now you're in prison. You're a slave to Satan. Walk after prison of power, they spirit, now walk in shame disobedience. Whereas I've been liberated. Who the Son shall set free is free indeed. See? But the wrath of God abided on me, for having not believed. See? So I'm free. And even if I was in prison, I'd be more free than the lost prison guard who works in the prison. See? Even if I went to prison, I'd be more free in shackles, in bonds, fetters of iron, inside a prison, than the prison guards that work there and they get paid to be in there and show up for work. I'd be freer inside a prison than the warden of the prison that has like an office there, if he's not a Christian. See? So yeah, you can take a lot of sissy bitch boys, scared coward, low value trash human self, and get the fuck out of my chat, bitch, with your little pencil neck, your little low testosterone physique and athletic performance. Where it's like you type of person comes accusing me of math because I'm so extraordinary in my stamina and endurance. Okay? Because I'm not a low T beta sissy bitch like 90% of men are now. See? With your dad balls in your early 20s. A lot of guys that have low T dad balls in early 20s, they like walk around like a fucking zombie in a haze. And they walk by and say, Mike, we can't understand you. Yeah, the problem is with your brain. I'm producing speech of sufficient clarity for people to be able to comprehend what I'm conveying. The issue is the people's brains being listening slowly, because my brain fires fast and I speak fast a lot of times and use big words. And it's like, I can't understand you, Mike. I can't understand you. Yeah, the problem is with you. Who you gonna believe? Me or your lying eyes? And ears and brain. See? You have 3 liars. You gotta believe me or your lying eyes, ears, and brain. See? Who you gonna believe? Me or your lying eyes? See? It's like, oh, I'm here, Mike, I can't understand you. Mike, you said that. The issue is that you're hearing intelligence. Mike, you're crazy. Here's another thing. People go, Mike, you're crazy. Mike, you're crazy, because I speak the truth. Now that was said out, Mike, you're crazy. Gangs are telling us, Mike, you're crazy. No, it's you. Ditto. Mike, you're crazy. No. The crazy is you. Okay? Oh, somebody's crazy in here. Who is it? Me? No? It's you. Okay? So it's not, it's two, it's you. It's crazy. See? Mike, you're crazy. No. It's you. See? You're the crazy one. See? It's you. It's like, no, it's not, it's two. It's you. See? It's you, it's crazy, it's two, it's you. Case closed. It goes back to get the argument. It's like, I feel like that's not true. Who can believe? Me or your lying eyes and ears? Okay? So, here's the point. Okay, yeah. So, it's like your eyes are lying. See? They have a bad track record of communicating the truth to you. See? So, here's the point. Want to take the long walk off a short pier, or go free diving in the Mariana Trench and then go for the bottom. That's another thing. You get like a ball and chain like that in the Middle Ages, and you put it on your leg. You get a guy to roll you on, like the open of the Mariana Trench, and you just throw it over the top. It goes down, and then you're swimming against it to get up. It'll be a really good workout for you. Help you get in shape. Say, now that's a joke. Disclaimer.
That's a joke. Okay. So the only reason I'm telling people things are jokes is as a disclaimer. Okay. So anyway, here's the point. Which is what it is. But I'm letting you know, but that's a disclaimer. Yeah, it's not my fault that you're weak, a trash human. You see a guy who's extraordinary and it looks better, is better, all kinds of better than you. And it provokes a narcissistic injury in the average narcissistic person. It's like, Mike is smarter and better looking than me. That makes me feel bad. And I need to engage in narcissist defense mechanisms of projecting, transferring, devaluation, things like this. It's not my fault. So, yeah, unlike the average Swedish American man, I don't have to settle for a baby murdering woman with a high body count who's ugly. See? It is not my fault. The woman number one is ugly. What the hell? Okay. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Okay. He wears to sleep with a widow woman and wears a hood over her head. What the hell? The woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Hillary's into really freaky weird stuff, man. Okay. What the hell? Okay. That way, yeah. What, you want a whole enchilada? You're not getting it. That's the point. Yeah, so it's like you people. Are you in prison? Yes, I'm in prison. Let's do give you a tour of the prison cell, like the MTV Cribs. Okay. So here's my prison in-cell medicine cabinet, and let me have glass bottles in there. Okay. Inside of a prison, they let me have glass bottles. Okay. They also let me have my own clothes as opposed to like a standard prison uniform. As every prison in the world, you don't bring your civic clothes. I want to wear this. It was like, here's the clothes, okay? You know, like a license plate on it sometimes. So, yeah, they let me have my own knife in my cell too. That's like a prison I'm in. And in the cell, I have my own tumble dryer and washing machine, okay? I also had, like I said, I have my own medicine cabinet. And in other prisons, they had like, be inventive and figure out how to turn like a pencil into a tattoo gun. Now they let me have in this prison like random electronic gadgets. Okay. See. Also, I have these weights on the floor that could be used as a weapon. Okay, which is how Jeffrey Dahmer got beaten to death in a shared gym in the prison, where a guy used a dumbbell weight to beat him to death. Now, so yeah, in my prison. They let me have steel cup shoes here, and then metal dumbbells like this, where you can just unscrew this way to be like a baton, pretty much. Okay, that's what they let me have. And then also I had these like random sticks and stuff. They let me have sticks and knives. My own bathtub. I got my own bathtub in my cell too. Okay. What else? There's a window here without bars on it. Okay. So it's like the escape. There's like a big window, like suspiciously big for even like a big person to get through there just by if they break the window. See, there's no bars or anything. So that's the window to my prison cell there. Okay, and I have like a vent there. Okay, so yeah, this is my prison cell, everybody. I'm in prison, exposed. I was hoping this day would come where somebody finally put two and two together, and I called me out, like exposed me for being in prison. Okay, I've been in prison all this time. This whole time I've been in prison. But like when I'm outside live streaming, that's me on like parole. Okay, so yeah, I'm in prison now. It's like here's the kitchen part of my cell. See, it is out of prison, and here I have like a rack where I'm drying clothes. Here's where I cook my clothes inside the prison. And I have like huge butcher knives. See, in this type of prison where they let you have like huge butcher knives, and see, it's like not only are they letting me in this prison have like a knife, like that I carry on my person all times with this. So it's like saves the time of like figuring out how to make a shield, or like found on a toothbrush or something like this, or like so do you understand? It's like they just let me have like a full on knife, okay, and then also it's like huge knife for cooking as it is. So also here I have a washing machine inside my prison cell. So I have my own washing machine here for washing clothes, and here we have more like glass objects that could be broken and then used as weapons, obviously. So he's such a retarded idiot if you would even think that I'm in prison. Because as I said before, there's nothing indicating that I'm in prison. And any prison in this world, like there's no prison in this world that lets you have objects that can be used as weapons. I understand. There's no prison where they let you have objects that could be used as weapons. Like this bottle here that could be crashed and it has shards on it, okay? Like weights. So basically anything you see that is like, oh, that could make for a weapon, they don't let you have that. So are you in prison? No. Looks like you take a shit. Yeah, I'm shitting on you. You filthy free cowards in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, so don't hold your breath for waiting for me to start playing small and have false humility. And be like, oh, I need to be, oh, I'm nothing special, and lie. Because that would be me lying. Like, I'm nothing special. In fact, I'm a beautiful bull. Oh, that won't be true, see. That'd be a lie. So, a lot of people that are narcissistic sell a passage to the Bible or any woods. Part of the subtle gas that I get is like the program was talking with flying monkeys with narcissistic validation like lies. Mike, you dumb, you're dumb. I said, well, actually, here's the truth. I'm extraordinarily intelligent. It's like, oh. It's like, so basically, the program with flying monkeys to attack with lies. The validation was like, Mike, you dumb, you suck. And then to be like, yeah, it's just like, because you need to be humble for the greater good. See, you need to be humbled. So it's like, that's how they defend it. It was like, yeah, at the time, it was to get him humble. Then I look at how the Flamengo's attacking me with lies. See? And the interesting thing is, these pastors, they're in need of humbling, if anybody. See? It's like people that don't know what the Bible is. It's like, yeah, I'm good enough to be a pastor. I'm gonna be leading Christians. See, magnify grandiose sense of self-worth and ability. It's like, I'm Eddie Woods. I'm effeminate, and I don't even know what the Bible is. I use the NASB. I don't know what the Bible is, the King James Bible. So I don't even know the fundamentals yet. I'm not even like firm on the fundamentals. And yet I count myself to be ready and able. See? I'm good enough. I can be a Bible teacher, a pastor, see? That's narcissism. That's arrogance. That's pride. See? And they don't like the simplicity. If you're a pastor, you have the fundamentals wrong, that proves pride, arrogance. It's like, I think that I'm good enough to be able to teach. See? When you see them commit heresy on the fundamentals, that shows they're not good enough to teach. Yet they count themselves worth and able to be a pastor. But when you look at them, it's like, oh, by the time when they ought to yet be learned, they count themselves worth to teach. See? Like they didn't even know what the Bible is yet, what the gospel is. It's arrogance, pride. It's not that hard for me. If you're a pastor, Bible teacher, who's wrong on the fundamental, that proves that you're prideful. Because you haven't understood, you haven't gotten to the level of knowledge yet. We know what the fundamentals are. Like what the Bible is, what the gospel is, what it's not. And you're like, well, I'm not here, I'm going to be a pastor. When in reality, the humble will be like, well, I'm not ready to be a pastor. See, I lack understanding. See, because you didn't even understand what the Bible is yet. Oh, here's another coward, pussy bitch. Little scared coward freak in the chat. Showing up writing hate comments. While hiding behind a black sock popular cat like little scared red coward. There's another one. No one busted at your block, bitch. Boom. Okay. Don't let your soft sissy bitch boy low testosterone dad bod in the 20s hit you on the way out. Okay. So the reason I get so much hate is because I'm extraordinary enough to become a target of the deep state. Dangerous enough to the deep state, extraordinary enough. And then you have the average low-powered weak man, loser, that's like triggered by seeing greatness. It's like, wow, there is beauty in this world and I like it. David Goggins, haters on the internet, constantly people don't want to see being better than them. See? It's like, oh, Mike is better looking, in better shape, character masculine, discipline, exercising. And I'm a guy who's sitting and watches videos, being a scared guy hating on it. Okay? So, unless you're willing to, I don't take you seriously. It's like I even block people just for showing up with a blank channel. See? It's like if you show up with a blank channel in my chat, don't be surprised if you get blocked. See? This is my channel, my rules. My house, my rules. I'm in control here. I'm in charge. I'm in control. See? It's like the Matrix movie. Down here, I make the rules. See? In here, I make the rules. This is my domain. This is my domain. See? I'm in control. I'm in charge here. I decide what happens to you and what doesn't happen to you in here. And what happened to you after I decided to is you got blocked. See? And you don't decide that. I decide that. Now you can do it normal. I'm safe in writing things in this chat, and I'm not gonna get. You got blocked. See? So whatever you tell yourself up until that point, like I'm gonna be able to troll this guy for a long time. Cognitive dissonance will befall people that choose to believe lies. So it's a self-defeating thing. People that tell themselves lies, eventually they're sowing destruction, chaos, and they reap internally the effects of that. And eventually they're vulnerable to cognitive dissonance. Like for example, as a case study, earlier today I made a live stream. And I saw Michael Chandler post something. Can you hold your breath for 30 seconds? Bitch, please. Okay. Like, can you hold your breath for 30 seconds? Try it. And it's like something like, if you can hold it for 30 seconds, you got good endurance for this. And I know it's like, I made videos before, acing lung test videos on my channel. And I think the first one on this channel was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, where I did ace the lung test video. So it's not that I tried this after seeing it. So I know it reminded me, like, let's do it again. See? And once more, I held my breath for 1 minute 30 seconds. As a smoker. See? Smoking. See? As a smoker. See? I held my breath for 1 minute. So, and that was like the pre-workout was me like getting ready to hold my breath. It's like I'm breathing through a straw. Okay, I wish I could make the joke, but basically, here's my training camp for making this record lung capacity test videos. The training camp is like chain smoking cigarettes. Almost there. Okay, time to do another video. Acing the lung test video. Hold my breath for 1 minute 30 seconds. Get the test which says super lungs. Okay, and back to smoking cigarettes. Okay, see, so it's just like in between chain smoking cigarettes, I end up doing cardio sessions, training, push-ups, lung test videos, acing them, things like this. That's a joke. Okay, and the reason I tell you this is a joke is as a disclaimer. So typically, if you're doing jokes, you're not like, and that's a joke, everybody, after finishing it. Okay, or like, here's a joke, also for this. Now, so the reason I'm saying that is, there's certain things that I can say in a live comedy set, which this is, okay? A dramatical performance. a live stage play, live acting, with live comedy segments, impromptu, that I couldn't say if I'm like, it's a serious video, okay, from the beginning to the end. It was like, yeah, so here's the thing, Trump is a shapeshifter or something like this. It's like, there's certain things, it's like, so yeah, basically, there's certain things, it's kind of like fair use disclaimer. I can play Greg Doucette's video, like 3 seconds of his video, and go like, look at that guy, he's in my video now. See? If I put up a little disclaimer where it's like fair use disclaimer, and put in description, make it really hard for them to claim something, like fair use disclaimer, where it really looks like YouTube is full of shit. If it's like, oh yeah, it's fair use, he's claiming fair use, he used 3 seconds of the video with 3 minutes of commentary after that, see? And it's like, well, it claims fair use exemption. And if they still shut it down, it's like really looks conspiratorial. That's the point. I'm the man of steel and sex appeal, understand? The man, the myth, the legend. The only guy. So here's another thing. I never lost a round in the UFC. Not one round. Never got knocked down. Never got knocked out. I never lost a round. I never lost a fight in the UFC, never lost a round. Never got knocked out, never got submitted. Okay? It sounds cute, but it's the truth. Because I've never competed in the UFC, which means I've never been hit in the UFC, never been knocked out, never lost a match. Because I've never competed in this. I never had a match, which means it's the other side. See? Certain type of games, the only way to win is not to play. See? Now if I was in there, I tell you what, in my heyday, okay, if I got in there, I'm still in my prime, I'm 36 years old. I got the turbotisms. Whereas like normal people had the normaltism, I got the turbotisms, understand? So I feel bad for the people that got the tisms to make them suffer. I got the tisms to make me suffer. But it also is like that turbo, okay? So I got the turbotisms, okay? I got the turbotisms. It's like pimp my ride. When I'm in the hospital, I said, baby, I got the tisms. And the exhibition start, let me pimp your tisms. And be like, let's put a little bit of aestheticism in there. And it's like a savant in brain. And like sort of like, you got the autism, let's put some savantism inside of the autistic savantism inside of autism. So no, some people just plain autism, like regular, run-of-the-mill, entry-level, the autism we have at home. And then some people like me, we get a pimp, where it's like, you got the autism, let's add autistic savantism to it. Let's add like near-perfect recall. Let's add this thing and the other thing. So I got the turbotisms. That's the thing. Am I intelligent because of the autism or despite? Okay? And that's like, you can think about that. But I have an extraordinarily high IQ, like near savant level, like an autistic savant. Now, am I high IQ and like extraordinarily intelligent because of the autism? Or despite? Meaning, would it be like, well, let's say I got 140 IQ right now. If I didn't get the autism, would I have 180 or something like this? Or is it, well, if I didn't get the autism, I would have had 115, but I got the autism, and like a blessing on top of the curse, I got the high IQ and like a savant thing to it, see? So some people had autism that's, if you listen to them, I'm not calling it a curse, but if you listen to some people's testimonies, like anecdotal, they'd be like, yeah, the autism is bad, okay, I have autism, it's real bad, okay, and they're not really like, but I did, okay. So it's like, well, this is bad for them, but I got the blessing and the curse tisms, where there's some things that are, I'm not that good with it. Now, also part of the autism, now I said, is there anything that I can't do? Is there anything too hard for me to do? Is there anything that God can't help me to do? Okay. So here's the point. I could do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I'm my own psychologist, cure myself of panic attacks, depression, OCD, several phobias. Oh, so apparently Mike can be a psychologist himself. I can do medicine. In effect, on myself, okay? I cured myself of asthma attacks, could stop refilling my ventilator inhaler. See, I used to suffer from asthma attacks and ventilator inhaler, stop collecting it, cure myself of asthma attacks. And then other things. Oh, what about chiropractic work? Do I have to pay a chiro? No, I do chiro myself. See? So I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I'm one of few Christians, the only one I know that's like can claim that without looking ridiculous. It's like, I'm a Christian that can do all things through Christ. It's like, oh, Mike can do martial arts. He credits guy. I paid the guy to get martial arts. I can do martial arts now. I didn't have to go to the gym to learn boxing punch, stuff like this. I paid the guy better at fighting. I start training at home. I can throw boxing punches, combos, hooks, hit hard and fast. See? So I can do diet nutrition. Did I need to have some coach teach me how to get ripped with a six-pack? How to get ripped with a six-pack and achieve superhuman athleticism? No, apparently I've been able to do it myself. What about chiro work? Yeah, psychology, this, that, the other thing. So I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's the point. So what I was about to say, and then I'm pulling the punch a little bit, think about if I'm going to say it or not. A fool speaketh all his mind, see? But you keep it till afterwards. So that's the point. Just because I speak a lot doesn't mean that I speak everything, okay? So if you think like this, like if 10% of this is a lot of the other side, is the tip of the iceberg. So here's the point. Same with like the inside when I make videos decoding or showing you something. What I'm presenting, that's like the tip of the iceberg of what I've seen privately. Sometimes it's something I've seen, which like, oh, it's a hidden message movie. It might take 2 years until I make a video on it. Okay. That way is the point. Yeah, so another thing, I figured out I'm able to act too. See? I'm able to act too. Voice acting, body acting, full facial acting, like it's a face only acting, which it's just static body and it's all moving your face around, like it's the eyebrows. This is like a very advanced form of acting, with eyebrow acting like this, and it's like all you're doing is move the eyebrows like this. See, see, that's the joke. So that's the point, okay? So it's like I figured out I can do acting. And anything that I say, I've done it in times past. I said that I can act, now I had to make videos, put my money where my mouth is, and like show that I'm not just a guy who makes things up. I've done acting in past videos. See? So, here's another thing. It's one of the things that I can do all things. Is I can sing, I can dance, I can do martial arts, I can do this and that. Decoding, I can do science, I can do this and that. So basically, you can go like this. Quite possibly, what has happened to refine my acting ability is being autistic since childhood. And part of autism is what's called masking. Where people with autism engage in behaviors known as masking. Okay? Which I basically boiled down masking. You can Google autism masking or autistic masking on Google and look at it. You can get a definition. Okay, it's some customer testimonials. People who bought the autism, bought the ticket, got the ride, and they've been acting alongside them. So that's the point. So it's like, here's the thing. So basically, autistic masking is like people that are suppressing their autism and kind of acting less autistic to kind of blend in and not stand out. Do you understand? Like for example, a form of autistic masking can be where it's like the autistic person is alone at home and they walk around like do 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 like do 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 like steamy like this, do 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 make like weird noises and move the body different ways. But it's like if they never act like this around other people. So, but it's like if they're at home, they do this like steamy behavior, stuff like this. So it's like they might feel like doing it in public to self-regulate, And be like, I feel like doing like the hand type or something like this, which is something that they do privately at home, like hand clapping. But it's like I'm around friends, it's like you're gonna look at me like I'm weird. So basically, there's different types of steaming, and there's different types of masking. But that's the point. Masking basically boils down, a simplified explanation is an autistic person doing masking. It's like, it's not that far from an autistic person playing a role of themselves without autism. Do you understand? That's what autistic masking is. It's like, you are you inside your body, see? So it's like, I'm playing the role of myself, but the character I'm playing is me without autism. That's autistic masking simplified, see? Which like, yeah, it's like, you understand acting, and it's like from many years of like how other people operate their body language and tonality. And a lot of autistic people also have flat effect, which like modern was like, yeah, hello, how is it, understand? So some people learn to modulate their voice and face and things like this because they're more likely to be like drawn. A lot of people who are autistic might be called like, oh, you're like a drawn Mr. Robot or something like this. Because comically with autism is like a flat effect. It's like you're more kind of like dead delivery and not that like a monotone voice, and also kind of like flat effect but not that expressive. So part of expression is like fluidity and like up and down regulating your voice and the tonality to this. Whereas autistic people more like they have like flat effect and be like monotone. We're like, yeah, hello. So today and it's like this is fixed, and then the voice is like this, and it's not modulated, it's not fluctuating. So basically, autistic masking is like autistic people playing the role of themselves without autism. Now this is kind of a tricky issue because it's going to be some things that are appropriate, and it's like how do you define this? Where it's like what's morbid, pathological, maladaptive, what's adaptive? Like for example, if you feel like ripping a loud fart when you're at home, it's like if you're at home, it's like you just go, it's like let it out, say. But if you're in the bus, it's like, oh, I feel fart coming. It's like clench my butt, and it's like it's like I don't want to have people understand. Now that would be like neurotypical mask or something like this. Where normally, if you were alone, you'd be acting like that. You'd be like, let it rip, okay? See? But if you're around other people, it's like you're like change your behavior, see? And that could be an adaptive response. So if you have like an urge to be doing this, like walking like this, okay, see, and you're out in public, and it's like you're suppressing the urge to walk like that. Like it's that like, oh, you do something bad, it's autistic masking, it's like you're being fake or something like this. No, maybe because it's like if you act like that, that will be the bad thing. It's like you're suppressing it. So I don't do autistic masking. I'm comfortable in my autistic skin, understand? And my autism scabs run in the night, understand? I have the subcutaneous neural autismitis, understand? So it's under the skin. So I've self-diagnosed here. So I got diagnosed by a professional as having autism. Okay. Now here's my diagnosis. I got the autismitis, plural form, congenital autismitis. Okay. So it's see, plural form congenital autismitis, mostly constrained to the subcutaneous neural region. Okay. So it's like subcutaneous. I guess that it means like under the skin or in the skin, okay? Subcutaneous is under the skin, okay? So it's like where is the brain? It's under the skin is where the brain is, and that's where the autism is mostly beside you, okay? So it's like, understand? There's no like, oh, if you're autistic, you have black fingernails, like a mole, like a birthmark, something like this. It's like, it's not like the liver is an autistic liver. It's the brain that's the autism thing. Okay. Now, commonly calling with autism is like GI issues too, like food intolerance. So you're more likely statistically to be gluten or lactose sensitive if you're autistic. So there's comorbidities, you could call it. If there's comorbidity, that means the original thing is morbid, which I'm not saying. but it is so-called comorbidities. Well, like if you have autism, statistically you're more likely to have this and that thing at the same time, like brain inflammation or inflammation, food intolerances or sensitivities, anxiety, like commonly correlating with autism is like anxiety. You're more likely to get CPTSD or something like this. And that's what narcissists work with. So anyway, it's the point. It's like a flow chart. Can Mike do it? Okay. Can it be done? Yes, no. Okay. Is Mike? Yes, no, yes. Okay. Can do it. Can do it. Yeah. So, here's another thing. If you think you understand autism, think again. And it's a flow chart to help you. If you're suffering from delusions of understanding, it's like you feel like you understand autism, here's a flow chart to help you out. Do you understand autism? Flow chart. Are you Mike SAHA? Yes, no. Okay, no, you don't understand autism. Mike SAHA, yes, you do. Okay, so if you watch this video and you think you understand autism, or you're wondering whether or not you do, here's the flow chart. Are you Mike SAHA? Yes, no. If no, you don't understand autism. If yes, yes, you do. Okay. See? It's simple. Like most points that I make end up being a flow chart, understand? It's like there's always a flow chart that it can be part of explaining something that I'm teaching. So, here's another flow chart to explain the psychological targeting that the gang stalking persecution program does, called gang stalking. When the flying monkeys get told to do directed conversation, directed speech, and communicate something to the target. So this is how it works. Target, me, goes to supermarket. The flying monkeys have been sent to the supermarket and they're shopping. They get told to be like, have a fake conversation, be like, oh, do you understand? This is part of targeting, narcissistic abuse tactics. Let's say I talk to my wife. I end this and talk to my wife. And she goes like, hey, honey. I'm like, hi, how you doing? She goes, well, my cat got sick. They're like, oh, sorry, honey. And I go, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if the program poisoned your pet. The program I'm targeting is not to target loved ones or the target and their pets. See? I won't be surprised if it's the program that poisoned your cat to mess with me somehow. And then I go to the corner store 30 minutes later, and they have somebody in the corner so walking there, like on a phone call, fake phone call, be like, oh yeah, my cat got sick. I think maybe it got poisoned or something like this. And it's kind of, do you understand? It's referencing something that to other people be like, oh, this looks like a person on the phone. But the target having their personal experience be like, oh, they're referencing this thing that's been going on in my life recently with some kind of spin on it. See? So, now here's the thing. Analyzing the gangster, so basically part of harassment tactics is just relaying things you've done outside in private as a form of narcissistic abuse tactics. See? So if you talk to your grandma before you watch this live stream, and she goes like, I'm gonna buy 3 daisies or something like this. You tell her like, hey, grandma, next time I'll buy 3 roses for something like this. And it's like 30 minutes later, tune into this stream. I go, yeah, grandma, I'm gonna buy 3 roses. It's like, oh, this guy is listening to my phone calls or this. You feel violated by a stranger, like they were that strangers are listening to your private phone calls. So just that, it doesn't have to be the higher level stuff where it's like gaslighting or a veiled threat or something like this, or some kind of a narcissistic violation, some insult that will be communicated outside. Just like commenting on your private life is a form of harassment. See? Now, here's the serious flow chart. So part of the deal with the psychological warfare part of the target, narcissistic abuse tactics, where they have flying monkeys do narcissistic abuse, and they're afraid of me being rational, They're afraid, they're afraid of what I can accomplish. Somebody like me making TikTok videos explaining targeting what it is, how they target you, without the crazy talk. Okay, they're afraid of that,
and I enjoy that. I savor that awareness thoroughly. And like all the gas, I'd be like, oh my, it's like nobody believes you. Says the person that's afraid of me knowing that people can't believe me if I keep working to wake people up to it. See, it's like, oh, you got a visible. Nobody will believe you're visible, because the real reason is I'm worried about people believing if you whistleblow. So I'm trying to get you to think that it's pointless to do the thing that I'm afraid of you doing. See? Okay, so here's the point. Now, a big part of narcissist always abuse tactics in the targeting. It's basically, here's the flow chart. After many years of being targeted and researched this, like experience and research, it's not this like the gang stalking persecution program in the psychological warfare has any like morals, okay? Or like they only say insults that are true, for example. No. Here's the flow chart. Like the gang stalking skit, like planning out like the targeting, what will have flying monkeys communicate to the target? Okay. Here's the flow chart. Do we think it will hurt them, have like a detrimental impact on the psychological health? See, it's like, do we think this will be effective? Okay, like if we say this, will it hurt them? We believe it will do it. See, and it's not like, is it true? It's not part of the flow chart. It's like the gang stalk point is like, maybe next week, if Mike goes to the corner store, we have a flying monkey, insinuate like a communicate like a subtle gaslight thing that, Mike, you are a demon or something like this. See, or something like this, or you're demon possessed or something like this, and I'm a Christian. But that's a gaslight thing. It's like, next time, let's start a new theme. Let's start having the flying monkeys communicate this about Mike. You're a demon, or you're a Nephilim, or you're gay, or whatever the thing is. It's not like the flow chart. It's like, but is this true? Okay, so okay, it's like, contemplating saying this to your target. Is it true? Yes, no. No, then don't say it. No, the flow chart is communicating this to your target. Will it hurt them? Yes, do it. And it's not like, do you think it will hurt them psychologically? Yes, okay. Is it true? Yes, no. If no, then don't say it. No. The flow chart is like, do you think this will be effective in hurting them? Like it's causing damage psychologically? Yes, then say it. So that's the flow chart. So, gotta check on the food again. A lot of you are you're headed for you're gonna be roasted like a hot pocket, like a fire. Okay. Get saved. Get saved. Get saved. Get saved. Oh. Get saved. Oh. Get saved. Get saved. Get saved. Are you saved yet? What about now? Okay. God say, get saved. Okay. Are you saved yet? What about now? Are you saved now? Are you saved yet? What about now? Are you there? Are you saved? Get saved. Get saved. Get saved. Get saved. Okay. See? Okay. Yeah, get saved. Okay. Get saved. Okay. Get saved. Okay. See, I got a switchboard like a soundboard. Okay. What about this? Okay. Okay, get saved. See? Get saved. Whatever the sound effect is, it's got to be get saved after it. Get used to it. So, okay, here's your book. Get saved, okay? You got to burn like a hot pocket in hell. You got to fry like a rotisserie chicken on a roast night or something like this. You'd be like, if you imagine taking a chicken, going up to like a volcano, Kalu or whatever it's called, like an open volcano. They have active volcanoes, which like you can actually climb up and there's lava in there. Imagine you being a chicken, which is not that much of a stretch from who you are right now. And you get it like a live chicken, and you throw it over the edge into the lava volcano. That's pretty much you, okay? And what's gonna happen to you? If you imagine like a chicken being thrown into the volcano, and it's rolling in there, and frying, only forever, okay? And it doesn't like pass out
It keeps rolling. They're like, wow, I'm a chicken on fire. Understand? See? That's you, understand? That's just a glimpse of the future. Like, kind of, okay, not that far from reality. You be a living, well, you be having a body frying. You be frying in the lake of fire. Okay? Get saved. Okay? It's like, it's not like a, it's like, that's American thing. Get saved. Okay? You can go, no, I'm not going to get saved. Okay. Gotta burn in hell. See? You gotta burn in the lake of fire. Understand? Does that sound like a good place to burn? It's not like, oh, you're going to a lake, and there'll be a campfire there, and you'll be roasting hot dogs. No, you're gonna be roasted in the lake, understand? Or fire. So it's not like, oh, you're going into a lake, and it's like a campsite, and there's a lake here, and there's fire, and you got like a little sausage wiener in your, like in the fire. Okay, and it's like frying there. It's like, oh, it's a good time here next to the lake and the fire. Lake, fire, good times with all the other people, and like it sings. No. You be in the lake of fire. Understand? Frying. Like, are you prepared for fire? Oh, frying. Now here's the thing. In all seriousness now. I felt like possibly it's just, well, it's like, it's okay. So here's the point. It's a serious matter. Nobody, if your grandma died, they said, oh, he's saying this. It's like if they were not Christian, going to hell. Yeah. God doesn't force anybody to go to hell. The only people that go to hell are people that don't want to get saved. So God respects people's free will, which means he will not force somebody to become a Christian. God wants somebody to become a Christian, but he's not going to force them. So only people that didn't want to go to heaven go to hell. See? People that truly want to go to heaven, they figure out how to do it. I might do part 2 of this stream. Rest up a little bit, do a few more sets of bicep hammer curls possibly, we'll see. I did 4 sets of 10 kilo bicep hammer curls. So this is what, day 3 in a row doing bicep hammer curls. And I had good recovery. That's the point. I'm a persecuted Christian taught the video. And a big part of gang stalking. Nice to think that it's like people think, oh, Mark, you're crazy. No, because you're fucking crazy. And you hear a person speaking the truth. And it's like, oh, yeah. You see, if you listen to this, it's like, oh, I'm laying out the truth. This secret persecution called gang stalking target. I'm a target. These people are recruited to target me in real life. This sounds crazy. Yeah. The craziness is inside of your brain, understand? So everything going into your brain is mingled with the craziness that's self-contained inside of your brain, understand? So it's like if you hear sanity and you have a lot of craziness in here, your brain is what makes sense of speech. If you hear a person like, here's 1 + 1 = 2, that sounds crazy. It's because there's craziness in your brain and the communication is going in. And as soon as it gets in there, there's craziness in there, and it gets mixed. It's like, oh, I'm hearing crazy. Yeah, the craziness is inside of your brain that's hearing me speak, understand? See? Who you gotta believe? Who are you gonna believe? Me? Or your lying eyes and your sick brain, understand? Your crazy brain. Who you gonna believe? Okay, me speaking nothing but the truth, so help you God. Understand? Just the facts, man. The meat and potatoes, so help you God. Who you gonna believe? Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Who you gonna believe? Me being like a simple Satanist out here speaking the truth. Because there's the truth, one truth thing after the other, just speaking it constantly like a perpetual truth speaking. It's like, oh, that sounds crazy. Yeah, who you gonna believe? Me, the truth speaker, or your crazy brain, understand? Your lying eyes, your lying ears, your crazy brain that's infected with craziness, understand? See? And only I can help you to see reality and interpret reality. Like without me, this world, like out here, it's like you don't know what's real. Understand? Are ghosts real? Is the earth flat? Kind of. You need me to help you to know what reality is and what is not, understand? Do you understand? Means like, I left your device here, and he's like, I don't know, maybe aliens are real. Oh, okay. It's like, you need me here to be like, you can't trust your own thoughts, feelings, memories. You need me to tell you what's real, understand? So you can have some clarity and certainty. It's like, because you can't trust your thoughts, your feelings, your perception of reality, your memories. You need me to be like, okay, what's your thoughts? You think, oh, no, that's not real, understand? You go, oh, okay, thanks. It's like, okay, yeah. Well, another thing is like, hey, I feel like what? Tell me about it. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, that is true, understand? That is reality, okay? So this part of reality, you're interpreting it. But basically, left your own devices. Yeah, okay. Left your own devices. Left your own devices, okay? You are hopeless, okay? This is a guy Heaven's Gate called, okay? I done impression that before. It was like, and after Hellbob shows up, we were all, do you understand? And a big part of his charisma, and by decode of him, why he was so effective, it's like 90% of his charisma is like just his eyes, understand? It's like, understand? It's just like he starts staring you down like this, and he just maintains eye contact, doesn't break it. It's like that's where it boils down to, like his persuasiveness. That basically he's not like really expressive or energetic when he speaks. He's not moving his arms a lot. He's not high energy. It's like it's just in his. It's kind of like the one thing is the eyes, understand, which is like hypnotic, which is wide eyes staring at you, and then Carl talks like, see, it doesn't break eye contact. So, the Heaven's Gate code, they were thinking about Hellbob. There was a comet that the scientist said was going to pass Earth. And there was a code called Heaven's Gate code. And they had like a guy that is like, yeah, this is our last chance, understand? Hellbob is some kind of spaceship, so we have to leave Earth at the time to get up on the comet. Or it's like his last chance for this. That's weird, okay? Keep your shoes tight, you freaky cult members. You see this, you should keep your shoes tight. We're going up any minute now. Here's another thing. Cults. A lot of Christian YouTube communities, I see cults there. Where it's like slogans. It's like, faith alone, all says. Like one person, every comment. It's like slogans. It's like, faith alone, all says. Amen. It's like, the next video, same guy. Faith alone, all says. Amen. It's like, and it's like, faith alone, amen, all says. And the people are like, yeah, faith alone. It's like a cult. It's like, one people, one Reich, ein Volk, ein Reich, ein Führer. Okay? Hip hip, hurrah. Okay? See? Ein Volk, ein Reich, ein Führer. Hip hip. Okay? There's a guy, that is a joke. This is common, okay? So here's the point. Maybe it's reported to speak German. But I saw a comedian, like a German stand-up comedian, I guess. Or he was just a guy probably speaking cracky joke. That's the point. Where he goes like, this is like post-World War II Nazi Germany. But everybody has the muscle memory still. Or they've been conditioned and trained to be like, they look at a guy doing public speaking, and it's like, you know the thing that they will do. It's like, and then you understand. Or it's like the person goes, Sieg, and then the audience goes and responds with another word that I can't say. Okay. So here's the point. And he goes like, hip hip. And they go, hooray, hip hip, hooray, and it's a German crowd. It goes, Sieg, and like, and then it goes to like horrified, was like the muscle memory of like they've been doing this for so long. Which like, it came out, I understand. And then it's like, oh no, okay. These are people who lived in World War II. Do you understand? It's like he tricked them, like all this participation. So if you think it's like, let's say, 10 years after World War II ended, and Germany has been dismantled pretty much, and that people still that are alive have been through World War II, and the conditions like public speaker, they go like Sieg, and then everybody responds, understand, in the TV. It's like in the muscle memory. And then a guy goes like hip hip, and they go hooray, they go Sieg, and they say the word, understand? And then they're like, oh, okay, it's like, they understand. So that's the point. Okay, so it's like the muscle memory. So here's the thing. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. You can't teach an old Nazi new tricks. Okay? You can get the Nazi out of the human, but you can't get the human out of the Nazi. Boogie woogie. You can get the human out of the Nazi. But you can't get the Nazi out of the human. See? You can get the human out of the Nazi. You can get the Nazi out of the human, but you can't get the human out of the Nazi. See? Yeah, so anyways, the point. I don't know if you lie in your eyes, I tell you again. There is like the light is going on off, it's not, it's the same light the whole time. It's on the whole time. I've had people tell me before, like the Mike SAHA haters, there's like they watch my videos, and it's like, why is the light flickering? But the light is not flickering, it's always on, understand? So if to you it looks like the light is turning on and off, this because it's something wrong with the brain, understand? Now you gotta believe once more, yourself or your lying eyes. So I told them before your lying eyes. So if you watch this video, it looks like the light is coming on and off. That proves that your eyes are lying to you. Because the light is on the whole time. And if it looks to you like it's going on and off, there's a sure sign that your eyes are lying to you. And you can't trust your perception of things over reality. Okay? So if you're having a theory that says this guy Mike is out to get or something like this, well, you're a person that your feelings can't be trusted on. See? So it's like, you gotta trust me or your lying feelings. Okay? See? So, hey Mike, if you're a person, I'd be like, hey, why don't you sign over all your goods to me as a charity for this? That's a good deal. Then some guys say, hey Mike, it's John Doe, average American viewer, something like this. And I go, okay, hey, try this on for size. Why don't you sign over like all your finances to me? Okay? Then you go, I feel like that's not a bad idea. My gut feel says it's wrong. Remember that you can't trust your feelings. Okay? Your thoughts, okay, your intuition. I'm gonna keep checking in to make sure he's still with us. There's the point. All jokes aside, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen, okay? This is a kitchen stream. The kitchen streams are the hardest to stomach and to digest for a lot of people. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. I'm staying in the kitchen. Might be part 3. Hours fast, at least 20 plus hours faster. I've exercised, I've done all kinds of stuff. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Hey, ho, ho. To the lake of fire, you're gonna go. Get saved right now. Tomorrow it might be too late. Get saved. Hey, what do you want? Tough crowd. Tough crowd tonight. What do you want? What do you want now? What now? See, whatever is what now. Tough crowd tonight. Tough crowd. Speak of comedy. I've been keeping updated. Bill Burr, I saw the host of Bill Burr. Yes. See? And it's like, it's still good. So it's like, I started roasting Bill Burr. Bill Burr, okay? I started roasting him. And it's like, I've talked about this before. The end stage comedy. This is end stage comedy. I do end stage comedy, which means the highest level. There's no jokes anymore. There's just laughs. It's all laughs, no jokes. That's end stage comedy, where lower level comics need to rely on jokes to get laughs. The end stage comedy is there's no jokes required anymore. It's just you show up on stage and stop laughing, and you keep laughing. There's no jokes. It's just you go like ball, laugh, move on. Next thing you say, oh, bird. Wah. You just keep going. See, like end stage comedy is whatever. If there's no jokes, understand? That's end stage comedy. Young, budding, aspiring comedians like Bill Burr, they still had to rely on jokes, like a crush, understand, to get laughs. They had to use jokes. See, end stage comedy, no jokes required. It's all laughs, no jokes, understand? I show up on stage, start laughing, keep laughing, get off stage, understand? See? Also another thing, if you're a person thinking about hiring Bill Burr to perform, I'm a better deal, understand? You hire the average comedian. You need an audience to laugh at the jokes and a comedian to make the jokes. I'm a one-man band, one-stop shop. I make the jokes and laugh at myself. So we need this venue filled up, a guy making jokes, and an audience laughing. Understand? It's like you need a crowd and you need a guy to make the jokes. See? You hire me, I show up, I crack the jokes, and I'm the guy laughing. See? It's just like, I do both parts. I do the jokes and the laughing at them, understand? So all you need to do is hire me. You have like a guy cracking jokes and laughter in response to, in the room. Understand? Yeah. So, here's another thing. Bill Burr, understand? See, just read his name out. This is also that they roast. It's like, I don't even have to make derogatory word. It's just read your name, laugh, and move on, understand? So, see, Joe Rogan, Bill Burr, see, boom, next, okay, Joe Rogan, see, next, see, this is just simple rules. Just read your name up, laugh, move on, understand? So, Bill Burr has been a recurring feature on the Mike Side roast. Okay, Bill Burr. See, it's still good. Okay, but it's like a cool number. It's like if I can't do it every minute and have it still be funny, understand? Like every 2 minutes or so, I can do it and laugh. Understand? So Bill Burr, okay, yeah. So Bill Burr, okay. See, it was a little bit too close to the first one. It's like you don't want to overdo it. Understand? So like a cool number. So every 2 minutes or so, it really is. It can be fun. So Bill Burr being roasted tonight. Okay. Bill Burr. Wait for it. Yeah, see? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Got roasted again. See? Just when he thought he was safe. Just when he thought he was safe. See, he was sick. It's like a star. It's like we're out of the woods, okay? It's been weeks since I did last roast. And it's like people are caught there about this because it's like if you roast somebody to level up and roast Bill Burr, he's gonna reach him, understand? Somebody's gonna be like, hey Bill Burr, he said, I'm sorry, regretful I had to inform you. This guy has been roasting you or something like this. And he's like, guys call Mike SAHA, understand? He tunes in, it's like 6 minutes later, he's sitting in the basement like a revolver in his mouth, something like this. And his wife comes in and be like, what are you doing? It's like, oh, okay. That's how I picture it. If 6 minutes into people are watching the Mike SAHA roast, okay? It's like somehow he's already like in the basement with like a bang stick in his mouth, like sucking on it. Says he turned gay and suicidal. Okay, whereas like, it's like his. Okay, I can't. I'm not gonna do impression because my haters were used to. Like, I told Mike's gay. It's like he's doing all the flashes, but he's doing something. So where his support. So yeah, okay. Here's another thing. Bill Burr. Okay. Now we're going to the actual, like the plain, the common man's roast. Okay. What I'd like to do is just read the name, laugh, and move on. Understand? See? Bill Burr. By the way, hold on. This is almost there. So, yeah, there you go. Okay. So, okay. Yeah, it's good. So, yeah, okay. Anyway. So, here, Bill Burr. Okay. See, Bill. See, okay. Now, here's the thing. Bill Burr. Now, this is like, now we're getting into regular comedy. I had prepared jokes, but now the first joke, it was in the middle of cinema. It just can't come up with it impromptu. And then I remember it, and I used it several times after that. Now this is, don't, so get ready to laugh. It's gonna be some of the funniest jokes I've ever heard, everybody. Okay? It's very funny jokes, I understand. Coming up right next. Okay? Super funny jokes. Gonna laugh harder than you ever had before. The best jokes ever told. Get ready. So here's the point. Come to the stage now, everybody. Jokes. Okay? Performed by none other than Mike SAHA. Okay? Here's the point. Bill Burr. Okay? Here's the roast. Okay? So I like the roast because there's no pressure to be funny. So here's the roast. Bill Burr gets hired. Here's Bill Burr. He gets hired to perform at funerals. Is that what does that mean? Well, as a warm-up act for the priest. Because on funerals, like, a time to born, a time to die. It's the most serious song where it's like, this guy's dead forever, you'll never see him again. Hey, your best friend, he's in this box here. You'll never see him again, understand? He's gonna turn into dust. Okay. You know this guy who's in here in the box, we're burying him, I'm the priest. Guy's dead. You never see him again, understand? Boogie woogie, stuff like this. Whatever the priest is doing there. They understand it's like a funeral it's like the opposite of fun. It's like direct repose, a composite funeral. So the worst thing that could happen in a funeral is people start laughing. See? That's the worst. That's the worst case scenario. Is somebody starts giggling. Which is why funerals hire Bill Burr as a warm-up to set the tone, understand? To ensure that everybody's the opposite of in like a funny mood, understand? To like as a vaccination against funniness, see? Where it's like the worst case scenario is somebody goes like starts laughing or giggling in the middle of a funeral where the priest is like reading out the eulogy or something like this. And so to protect from that, they have Bill Burr show up as a warm-up act and do his comedy set, and it's like that it makes sure that people are like the opposite of amused and in a laughing mood. To just set the tone to ensure people are in like a serious, somber, grave, they're ready to check out on the set. See, so that's that. It's not a perfect. Basically, that is the roast. Understand? Bill Burr gets hired by funerals. See, it's a warm-up act to make sure that set the tone to like as a vaccination against people laughing in the room. Understand? See. I came up with that myself. So here's the point. Here's another thing. Bill Burr was on the like the head. He was on the list of candidates to pilot like the 9/11 airplanes to fly the towers. He was considered as like on the list to maybe get this guy to fly the plane into the towers. But they elected to go with like the Arabs because they needed people that could actually be trusted to hit the towers, understand? Bill Burr is a charter pilot, allegedly. I've heard that. I just, okay. Now, I've checked out his channel once a week for research purposes for my roles, understand? So I need material. And basically, the material guy is just go there, make sure they didn't change his name, and I'm ready to do roles again, understand? But like, that's the research for the roles. Like, go check, make sure they didn't change his name to Bill Burr or something like this. And then I did roles to be different, be like, Bill Burr, everybody. Laugh and move on. So it's like the research, the material acquired for the roles to Bill Burr. It's basically just go there, check, okay, they change his name. He's still Bill Burr, added G on Bill Burr. And I'm ready to go. What it says. So Bill Burr, okay. Okay. So anyway, it's the point. What else? Bill Burr has vitiligo. Okay. Bill Burr started out being like a whole red, everything was red. So it's not that he's a fair complexion person that has freckles, which would be like red spots, like birthmarks. No. He was born a red skin, understand? Like all red. He got vitiligo, and then some of the red started disappearing. So it's not that he's got freckles. He was a red man, as opposed to white man, initially. And then he got the skin disease called vitiligo, and it started melting off. Like, changing. It's not a person gonna get blocked. Oh, it's another coward hater in the chat. It's behind you, I can see him. Oh no. Oh, okay. Terrible English. As a matter of fact, it's gaslighting. They know that one of my qualities is that I have a greater command of the English language than the average American, where I have a larger vocabulary and speak English at a high level than the average American does, measured in vocabulary. And also, I stand out in how well I speak English, contrasted to the average Swedish person, which I am. So English is my second language. And there's a glaring lack of a Swedish accent, whereas the average Swedish person, like Matthias, is like, hello, today I'm gonna make a little video. This is how the average person, Swedish person sounds talking English. So it's like a lot of times the hate is inversions of the truth. It's like, Mike has this value of being better in American English than the average Swede and having a lot of vocabulary than the average American. Narcissist evaluation. He's got this value. Mike, you suck at English. Because the truth is he's got a value of the opposite suck at English. So I have a fine Mike show up, Mike is suck at English. See? This is the big part of it. What a freak weirdo. Getting documented for cyber stalking. I'm gonna slide right into the documentation form. Oh no, we're worried about planning and doing a great job at things. We have to sabotage what it's doing by sending a lot of flying monkey, bitch, near the well into the chat. A bitch ass near the well into the chat to harass me, okay? Oh look, looks like I shut you up, bitch. Looks like you can't talk anymore. In my chat, see? I control who gets to talking here. And you just lost the ability to talk. See? See? oh, I'm supposed to be significantly perturbed emotionally by your negative comments. See, ah, oh no, I'm supposed to be like, oh, triggered and crashing out. Oh no, okay, oh, I'm hurting, oh, okay, yeah, oh, so okay, let's negative comments to hate. Oh, I'm hurting. Not the pain. Oh, is it my, oh, do you go breaking my achy little breaky heart again? Okay? Do you go breaking my achy breaky little heart again? Oh, my heart is breaking. Oh, the pain. Okay? Now that's bad acting on purpose, which is like a actingception, where it's like acting when acting, where it's like I'm acting as if I'm bad at acting. The other side was like, oh, it's like, oh, I'm at the pain. The other side, so it's like this multi-layered understand. I'm an acting connoisseur. I'm a connoisseur of the arts. People ask me all the time, Mike, do you act? I go, yes. I act in, out, besides myself, understand? I act, not only act in. Mike, why you act out? I don't only act out. I act in, out, besides, okay? Yeah, anyway, carry on here. Tough crowd tonight. Had a heckler in the audience. Bill Burr. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so Bill Burr is a funeral comic. Now you know that's a reference. So if you hear me go like, yeah, Bill Burr, the funeral comic, you know what that means. I explained the reference to you. Okay? So I'm not gonna bother making the joke every time and they do the setup and everything. It's like you know the reference, you laugh, understand? Okay? It's like I've done my job here. It's like I've already explained the joke before, and it should be enough. It's like, hey, remember the funeral joke about the bird? Like, oh yeah, that's great. And so you stop laughing, understand? I'm not gonna make the whole joke every time. Okay? I've been out here making jokes. Your job is to laugh. So that's the point. Bill Burr. Now really, I should be on camera if I'm performing. I'm just checking in on it. I'm just checking in on Bill Burr. See, I mean, like stealing his how he does the intro for his podcast now, just to add insult to injury. So he's being roasted tonight, and I'm also using his intro. I'm just checking in on it or something like this. Now Bill Burr has to sing it out. Where it's like I don't have to see him in the studio, but it's got a thing where he goes and turns away from the microphone. For a fact, goes like, "I'll be burned. I'm just checking in on it." See, like he does this, I can tell, and he would know if he watched this video that he's doing it. Understand? I mean, like you can tell that he's got this thing that he does. It's like sound effects. Where he didn't get to the point, he's got like a sound guy that can do things like this. It's like he's got to go like. I'm Bill Burr and I'm just checking in on them. See, he does this type of stuff, see. Where like he turns away from the microphone. And I guess, like, analyzing it, if he does the same volume at the microphone, it would like ruin the audio possibly. Do you understand? Like, it would be like, it become like blurred, like you're blowing air at the microphone or something like this. So like you hold the microphone in a storm or something like this. So I guess that could be what it is. To not overpower it. Now, if you could afford to get a microphone, there's microphones where you can be like talking straight into it loudly and it's not gonna ruin. So anyway, that's the point. Bill Burr, get ready. We're gonna do another round 2 of the Bill Burr roast, coming up pretty soon. Bill Burr is the type of guy to play Russian roulette with every cylinder loaded. See? Because he's so overconfident. See? He's so overconfident that he's the type of guy to play Russian roulette with a bullet in every chamber. See? It's not even 5 out of 6. It's like 6 out of 6. Bill Berg is the type of guy to play Russian roulette with every single loan. Bill Burr is the type of guy he pisses in the shower to save money on the flush. Understand? Because he's calculated. He's so cheap. He's calculated that it costs 1 cent to flush the toilet or something like this. He's the type of guy who shit and piss in the shower because he's done the math. He's calculated that he saves a cent on the flush. Understand? Because like he's already showering, he's running water, and he's like adding some extra liquid to it, and it's still like going down the drain. So he calculated this. Bill Burr is the type of guy to volunteer as an eater at a soup kitchen. See, that just came up right there. Bill Burr is the type of guy to volunteer at a soup kitchen. Now get ready now, because that's the setup. Get ready now for the punchline. Keep in memory the setup. As an eater, that's it. Boom. See? End stage comedy. Okay. Yeah, what else? Bill Burr is the type of guy that he's got yeah, okay, now here's the one. You heard about Bill Burr, everybody? Bill Burr? Bill Burr, everybody heard about Bill Burr? Paul? See? Everybody heard about Bill Burr? Anybody? See? Where's the point? So Bill Burr, okay, this is a roast. Bill Burr roast. Bill Burr has frequent flyer miles to Epstein Island. Bill Burr was a price commodity. He was booked on Epstein Island at anti-deporters, and he was a star act. He was the human water slide. He was known as the human water slide. That was on his repertoire. They didn't pay him to perform comedy. Basically, his job was to show up on Diddy parties. And he had to move, like on his repertoire, the human water slide, Bill Burr. Okay? And he performed at Diddy parties. Where basically shows up, see, he's butt naked. And he's got one of these scenes where he goes like this and all the clothes come off. It's like you know the thing. I see this was a movie where this guy's got up and he does this and it's all off, understand? So he shows up at the dinner party and he's like, do the human water slide, bro. And he comes in, he's got like a beefcake, something like this. He's got like a horn. And it's like a clown nose. And he's got like all kinds of stuff, understand? Kind of like carrot top. But he's like every time it's like he feels like I shouldn't have bought the briefcase because all they want is the human water slide. And that's his favorite. This is all his favorite act. He goes, the human water slide, water slide, and he goes, and he does this, and like all his clothes come off, and he's butt naked, and he's clean shaven. He's like waxed all over, like Brazilian, whatever, Russian. He's got the type of wax where he's no hairs anywhere, and he's butt naked. And there's like a midget that comes in. There's like the stagehand. This part of the act. And there's like a midget that comes in, like one of the jackass midgets, with a bucket of baby oil with the fentanyl in it. Like, meaning it's like so, part, typically, the Diddy parts like this, the baby oil, and then there's the fentanyl. Now, Bill Burr comes with his own baby oil that has the fentanyl in it, understand? He comes in there, and it's like, oh, hit it with the midget throws like the bucket of paper all over him and he's stretched out. At which point he goes and he goes back like this. You understand? Like he goes back like this next to the staircase. And they have like rich people there. They go up the stairs and they jump down and just slide off. Understand? The human water slide. That was better for something. That's important. So basically, it's a human water slide. Gets butt naked, grabs your baby ball. He's in this position next to the stairwell. And you got the Diddy guests go up there. And they're butt naked too and all blue up. She jumps down and it goes like this. See? And it's like, he got kicked into it. He got invited to perform comedy. And once he shows up, it's like, here's a bucket of baby oil. Okay. See? Okay. It's like, here's a razor. Start shaving yourself. It's like, oh no, what do I get into? It's like, yeah, it's too late now. There's a board. What else? Bill Burr is the type of guy. What type of guy is he? Bill Burr's type of guy. He's the type of guy that gets dressed in the one his maid outfits. You know the maid outfits. That's how he walks around. When he picture when he listens to his podcast, he's dressed in one his maid outfits, like the black and white ones, the strippers wear. That's what he walks around the house. Bill Burr is the type of guy. They still has on his rotary phones at home. But you go like this. He's got one more. And what else? Yeah, but I ran out of funny. Okay, I ran out of funny. I had to work it up. Yeah, I ran out of funny. I can't do that anymore. Understand? Yeah, you gotta admit it. It's like I don't have any more fun in the tank. I ran out. This is what it's. Unfortunate circumstances where I ran out of funny. Okay. I used up all the fun, and I'm fresh out of funny now. I had to go to something else. There you go to something else. Go to something else. Joe Rogan. Okay, Joe Rogan. Joe Road Gains. See? Joe Road Gains. Yeah? Is it too good? Yeah. Joe Joe Road Gains. See? Joe always got gains road. Joe Road Gains. Joe Road Gains. Joe Road Gain, understand? And the more road gains he got, the more road gain he got. Because there's a connection between high testosterone and male pattern baldness. So one of the side effects of like bodybuilders, if they start get on the roids, is that they start losing their hair. See, so there's a connection between high testosterone naturally, or not naturally, and male pattern baldness. So the more roid gains Joe got, the more roid gains, roid gain he got. See, Joe roid gains, roll gain. See, Joe roll gain with the road gains. The more road gains he got, the more roll gain he needed. What else? Joe Rogan is a furry, understand? I've exposed him where he's a furry. He likes to sit down in his house with like a rubber chewy toy. And what he does is you see he gnaws on it. He chews on the toy, understand? I have him on video. I have a clip of him talk about what he likes to chew on like a rubber toy that chew on. I don't know if he this in a quiet taste he got it at Diddy parties or not. Like chew like say gobbling on like rubber toys or something like this. But I wouldn't be surprised. What else? Who else are we doing? What else are we doing? Yeah, but I gotta think about it, man. Okay. Part of message. There's a sense of mystery. You can hear me rummaging through something about what is it looking for? That's a question. That's for me to know here to find out. Don't ask questions, I want answers to. So what else? Joe Rogan. I haven't looked at his podcast recently. Joe Rogan is not on my good side. Suffice to say. Here's another rules. Bert Kreischer. Bert Kreischer is a type of comic. Put in quotation marks, air quotes. Here's his oversimplified explaining Bert Kreischer's comedy. Bert Kreischer is like a guy at a frat party, something like this. He's fat, okay? And the comedy is like being drunk and be like, pull up and look, I've got a fat stomach. And the people are like, oh. Okay, I see. Was like, do you understand? So it's like his comedy is like being a fat guy. He takes his shirt off at a frat party. Be like, oh, look, I'm drunk and fat. And people are like, whoa, okay, guy's drunk and fat. See, do you understand? So his comedy is basically like being a drunk fat guy who takes his shirt off on stage, and he's like a drunk fat guy on stage. He's shirtless. He's like, whoa, the guy's fat, drunk and shirtless. He said, well, that's not going to get laughed. And people laugh. Yeah. So, what else? Rogan is still working to recuperate from an elephant graveyard video. Joe Rogan, now I'm getting serious now. I believe that Joe Rogan lies, okay? Can't lie. He's like, oh, I don't check the comments. I don't check the comments. I can smell a camera. Because Joe Rogan is a person who doesn't have what I have. The strength, the integrity, the ability to persevere online hate. See? Rogan self-professed is be like, well, I don't check comments, it's not bad for it's bad for your mind. So apparently it's not as strong as I am, see? Because Rogan can't survive looking at negative comments. See? Whereas I've been doing it, checking comments, having comments, and it's like, that's like, oh, I can't be on it anymore. But Rogan's like, you can't check comments. And he himself, so when he talks about other people, like, don't check comments, it's bad for you. And he himself, I don't check comments, he says. Now I do believe that Joe Rogan is lying, and he's been checking the comments. And one joke I joked about was like Joe Rogan is like, I don't check comments. In reality, he's got like a TV screen in his gym dedicated to the comment feeds. Kind of like the stock market, where they have all this like up and down, like real-time updating the stock market in Wall Street. He's got that in his house. Where it's like his comment section on his recent update. It's like updating in real time with Jamie sitting here like the fresh button. Like need to check new comments, but what to say about me, understand? I'm checking the comments about the news comments. People like Joe Rogan sucks like, they say I suck. He logs into like like an alt account, but like, Joe Rogan it doesn't suck, he's the best guy ever or something like this. And you understand? So he's like, oh, that's most likely close to the truth than they claim that he doesn't check his comments. Rogan is a comment checker, I would suspect. And there's an elephant graveyard video. There's an elephant comedy. Elephant graveyard video. Now Joe is the type of guy that if I keep streaming and like doing like Mike's live impromptu comedy set or something like this,
And it's like, especially if I start like getting like some people are like, well, this guy's funny sometimes. They're all gonna be the type of guy that will really mess with them. You understand? Whereas like these people out here that have some ability to be funny on the fly. It's like it's like people like me. They're like small scale streamers with less than 10k subs that are on the regular funnier just off the top of our heads in the stream. Then Joe Rogan prepping like 6 months for a special, comedy special. Joe Rogan is a prime example. This KRS-One colonialism. KRS-One talking about colonialism. This is part of the deep state satanic agenda, where it's like elevate the mediocre. See, I'm not joking. This is the upside down world. Where's by design, where it's like there's a one excellence and ability. So you say this world, so it's like, let's have the most popular comedians be the least funny. See, do you understand? Let's have this is we live in an inverted meritocracy, really, to a large extent. 59 minutes 47 seconds. Getting close to an hour. It's cold in here. Yeah, so I'm in Sweden. It's pretty cold here. If I take my shirt off, start exercising, as long as I'm exercising, I stay warm. As soon as I stop moving and like sit down, it starts getting really cold. In other news, yeah, some conspiracy too. Trump is a deep state puppet. And I believe that these so-called assassination attempts were fake. And more specifically, and I called this the night it happened, where they had supposedly a shoot on the roof with some kind of AR pattern rifle. And somehow missed all the shots. But one did like nick the ear. I believe there was a fake assassination staged on the one stage. And how they could have done it, practical special effects, was a part of like Hollywood. Practical special effects. There's like squid blows or something like this, where part of how movies can be, you have like a white t-shirt, and the stuntman has little bags of fake blood with a little explosive on it, and it's remote the detonator, and it's like time to, when it's being shot, it's like bang, it explodes, it's like some blood, so it looks like an impact and some blood. So I believe it could be even simpler than that, where Trump had a plastic bag with fake blood in it under his hat, under his toupee, under his hat, and the guy's firing blanks, and the cue is like after a few blanks you go like this, and this smashes the blood bag that he has here, which like studio blood, fake blood, and then see, that's what I'm thinking. Trump is a deep state puppet, and I've talked about this for years, but you haven't woken up to it. The system, I've been teaching this for years on my channel, my YouTube channel. The system will work to keep you from finding me. The system, there's real rebels, real anti-establishment figures like me. And this is what that looks like, having less than 5k subs despite having like all this high quality, which like doesn't make sense. Be like, you look at what I upload, how frequency of uploads, what I upload, the thumbnails, the titles, makes no sense this guy would have 3k subs. See? Okay, that same person look at my YouTube and something's not right here. A sane person, a critical thinker, has decent pattern recognition ability. It's like, and a basic level of like even human psychology. Doesn't make sense. So I'm the real deal. Alex Jones is a fake. So I'm the real deal. See? Where it's like this deep state Illuminati, I'm a person who the deep state doesn't like and it's working to target. See? I am being targeted by the deep state and I am dangerous to them. They don't want you to listen to the real deal. So they will have counterfeits. Like the new establishment is the fake anti-establishment. So you have Trump. Oh, he's an anti, he's gonna clear the swamp, deal with the deep state. Well, I've been saying he's a deep state puppet. And now after all this years saying that, some people are starting to wake up there. Yeah, he's covering up Epstein Island. He's serving the deep state, see? Like I've been telling you since day one, he's a deep state puppet. As the oligarch, see? And some people now come to me and go, yeah, this looks like a deep state puppet. He's helping the deep state kind of Epstein Island, refusing to release the files and stuff like this. See? Now, how do they market? Because the real deal, counterfeits, you look at an original to copy it. So I'm a real deal, Alex Jones, what he pretends to be. I'm a real truther, dangerous to the deep state, targeted by the deep state. And what is my life? Well, they work with the sabotage thing I'm doing. I'm targeted. I've had physical attacks. I've had real assassination attempts. Got shot in Atlanta with something I think could have been a CIA dart gun, heart attack gun. And I can't get into on YouTube, but I think I survived it. Now here's the point. So they don't want to listen to the real deal because I'm really dangerous to the deep state and the deep state doesn't want to listen to me. So what they have their own fakes, where it's like fake anti-establishment, control opposition agents that pretend to be, I'm Scott Snitcher, yeah, I'm against the deep state, I'm a target, I'm here to help you. Trump, I'm your champion, I'm gonna fight the deep state, drain the swamp. See? I'm going in, I gotta change the system from the inside. I'm not a puppet. I'm gonna drain the swamp. See? It's like anti-establishment. And then they have to sell it, see? They have to make it look like the deep state is out to get him. See? They have to make it look, to make somebody look like they're like me, like a real person is anti-establishment, taught by the establishment, the deep state. They have to make it look like the system out to get him. It's like Andrew Tate, another example. Where it's like CIA, has got a CIA connection. Andrew Tate, like, well, I had to make it look like the system out to get him. Oh, he's near the Matrix, he's somebody would get rich, join my Discord code, pay me $50 a month, that's how to break free from the Matrix system. It's not gonna be like, hey, there's a war masculinity. The guy needs to live this lifestyle that makes you have low T and dull-minded. And here's the truth hidden in plain view. See, I'm the real deal, and you have the fake deal, Andrew Tate. Now, how the system will work to market fake anti-establishment, fake anti-system, fake anti-establishment people to you, is make it look like the system's going after him. That's part of how they sell it. Like Andrew Tate, oh, the system's out to get him. Look at the system going after him. Trump, he's like, yeah, he's a deep state agent. He's an anti-establishment agent. The deep state out to get him. Oh, look, he's having assassination attempts. So I believe they're fake. I believe they're fake to make it look like, oh yeah, the deep state is out to get him, and people are so dumb. See, I called it as soon as he came on the scene. He's a deep state puppet, and Alex Jones and other system shield. They always come for each other. So the info turned into Trump campaign ad pretty much. It's like, yeah, deep state. Trump, he's our champion. Understand? Alex Jones is a fake. He's a counterintelligence agent. Trump is a counterintelligence agent. Andrew Tate's a counterintelligence agent. Tucker Carlson, counterintelligence agent. Andrew Tate's message is will to be rich, young man. See, and the Bible says, but they will be rich from to snare. So he's promising them liberty, like I'm here to help you break free from the matrix. Well, really, he's working to get you like more like captured by the system. So yeah, the Trump assassination attempt, here's how I think it could have played out. Fake assassination attempt. They have a guy that is like a patsy firing blanks. And then Trump's been briefed, he's got a blood pack inside of his hat, toupee, under his toupee here. And he's been briefed, they rehearsed this. Blanks been fired, and his cue is like after 3 blanks or so, you act, hit, and grab your head. Now when he's grabbing, he's got a bag of blood here, fake blood. When he grabs here and like acts like he's been hit, bang, 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 he breaks the blood bag by touching his ear, like grabbing this part. That breaks the bag, and it's like studio blood, fake blood going around. So he's like, oh, he got hit. Now where all the bullet impacts is near misses. If you look at the original feed, it's like Trump is standing here, and suppose it's near misses. Now you don't see people being hit behind Trump, see? It's like bleachers, rows of people, tightly packed behind them, like sardines. And Trump is supposed to near miss, many near misses. Now where are all these impacts going? You don't see any signs of impacts, like bullet impacts. And you don't see anybody being hit behind Trump either. Now, you live in a world now, idiocracy. Most people are so blind and dumb and bare because the system has worked. I've been working to unplug people, help you to liberate, be liberated and see the truth. It's like people are they see, the same people who work to unplug and fight, defend the system. How many times I made videos on hidden play with truth in movies? It's the hidden agenda. No time for me, they want your sugar. The deep state har got the message in high sugar diet is part of control. Yeah, people not like wake up to this. I didn't get a comment like, yeah, I saw the truth that I got on low sugar diet or something like this. So the elites have a symbiotic relationship with the masses, you could say. I'm gonna finish up. I might do a part 2, do some more training, break my fast.